want to tell everyone Happy Memorial Day. Remember, this is a good day to stop everything, relax everything, think about what has happened in the past. Give thanks to those who have served this country and who have given their life for this country. Memorial Day is really an amazing day. I remember as a kid, I was a member of a drill team, marching drill team. And I was living in Seattle, Washington as a kid, and every year at Memorial Day, and in Seattle they have what's called the Seafair Day, Seafair weekend really, and then they have 4th of July. And there is a lot of parades during those times. I mean, we were marching and marching and marching every single day. The last time I marched in the Seattle 4th of July parade, excuse me, sorry about that. When I marched in that parade for the last time, this is how it's going to age me, okay? It was at the end of the Vietnam War. And the soldiers were beginning to come home, and we had some soldiers who were medics. And we had created a float for them to be on and for us to showcase their talents as medics in the military. They had just barely gotten off the plane from Vietnam, and I don't know how we got them, but we got them. And they looked tired. They looked worn out. They looked beaten. 3 guys. And each and every single one of us kids, we were in awe because these guys were military. They were representing our country in war. So we gave them thanks, and we marched right alongside of them. I remember back in that time when we had patriotic holidays, it was really patriotic. There wasn't any politics. It was families going out and having fun during that day. It was, even our family, we went out on these holidays, these patriotic holidays, because you have quite a few of them. And we went to the lake, we went to the boat races, we went to the fireworks. It was a holiday. Then when I grew up, I lived in a town called Rancho Bernardo, which is down in San Diego. And every single year, they had a 4th of July parade. And we would put together a float and we'd get it all ready. All the families would come out and line up the streets. And we knew all the families because it was a small community, so we knew everybody. And we went down there, we had the float, and we went down the street waving at people and shaking hands and throwing candy to the kids. Then after the parade, everybody would rest up because at nighttime, we would go down to the golf course at the Rancho Bernardo Inn. If you haven't been there, it's a beautiful inn and beautiful golf course. And we would sit on the grass, put our lawn chairs, put our blankets, get our picnic baskets, get everything ready because it was going to be a good show. And I think that the one year I remember, now this is really dating me, but even then they were old, okay? We had the Letterman. Remember the Letterman? Anyway, those guys were giving the concert that night. And then after that, we had fireworks over the village of Rancho Bernardo and also the golf course. We did that every single year, and I looked forward to it every year. I think back then, now this is way over 30 years ago, we had this feeling that we were proud of our nation. We were proud of the people who served our nation. We didn't have a division between Democrats and Republicans and liberals and conservatives. We had no division. We marched beside the Republicans and Democrats. We all marched together. We went down and we watched the fireworks all together. No mention of politics. No mention of anything that was evil. As politics, I have come to learn that politics is just an evil situation. It brings in the most evil people, and it brings in the most evil ideas. But we didn't have any of that. And it was a time that we really enjoyed being with our friends and our family and our neighbors. When I lived in Rancho Bernardo, I looked over that. My house looked over that golf course. And I enjoyed it so much because everybody knew everybody. I remember there was a family that lived across from us, across from my home, and used to be pro baseball players, Raleigh Fingers of San Diego Padres. I mean, his son lived across, and he would be out there playing ball and with all the kids in the neighborhood. And it was a situation where we didn't care what political party you were in. We didn't give a hoot. We just played, we laughed, families got together. Things have changed. Politics has become an evil tool of the devil, I think. Because now everybody can't get along. No one can talk civilly to each other. People are calling fellow Americans Nazis and all kinds of other names. America's changed tremendously. But don't let that change you. Don't let the politics of this nation change you. Because at some point in time, that next door neighbor is going to need help, and you're going to have to help them. Excuse me. The other issue is that in our communities, focus on your communities. In our communities, we've got food banks that are running out of food. If you have an extra jar of something, an extra can of something, give it to your local food bank because they need it. They're running out. We, as friends, and I consider you my friends, okay? We've got to do better at blocking out the nonsense of politics and start refocusing on our communities. When Memorial Day comes up, we should be proud as a community to honor the people who serve this nation. We should be honored down to the very depth of our heart. And you only do that is if the community comes together. You get involved into your schools. You get involved into the food banks. You get involved in tutoring kids that need help. You get involved. You get involved. I want you to remember the people who gave their lives for this nation and who served this nation. They got involved. They decided to take a few years out of their life and protect this nation. They decided to protect you. They got involved. You got all these volunteers that are out there working every single day. They get involved. Even if you give just a jar of jam, or if you give some eggs, if you give some pasta, if you give something to the food banks because they need it, you're getting involved. If you know of a student that needs to be tutored, he needs some help at school, maybe his parents can't help them because maybe they don't speak English. They need help. So volunteer and tutor that kid. Spend some time with the individuals in your community that need your helping hand. All these guys and girls that served our military that we're celebrating on this Memorial Day gave their life, gave their time, gave their energy, gave their passion, gave their determination. Gosh, I can't even speak. Can you believe it? But they did their job, and they protected us. And they're doing the same thing every single day, and we forget about that. Remember today that these individuals who went to a foreign nation and gave their life, who were here and working so hard and leaving their families and everything else that goes into being a military individual, they gave themselves. to this nation. On this Memorial Day weekend, we have to sit back and we have to remember what was given to keep us free. To be able to have this free speech and the ability to vote and the ability to create businesses and the ability to create a strong nation. These people gave their lives for that. So on Memorial Day, those of you who are families of soldiers, and if they're far away from you, I want you to know that I'm thinking of them, and all my listeners are thinking of them also. And those of you who have lost a son or a daughter or a husband or a wife in war, we're thinking of you today. We remember. So, see, we're putting all of the politics to the side because it means nothing. It's worthless. But us to sit back today and say, okay, I am so thankful for these people who have served and who have laid down their life for this nation. I am very thankful. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we're going to get back to work on business. But today's the day for families and friends and neighbors to get together. Put a hamburger on the barbecue. Bow our heads in silent prayer. And say thank you. A job well done. I'll talk with you soon. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye. If you would like to have more access to me, go to www.lodge.co.com. If you would like to help me out and donate to this podcast and read all my blogs, go to www.buymeacoffee.com/Michael Lodge.